Harvest.
Greetings to you, Africa. This is Imene Nouad with the latest news from across the continent and the world. The 19th ministerial meeting of the non-aligned movement has opened today in Kampala under the theme Deepening Cooperation for Shared Global Prosperity. Nigeria's Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs and African Affairs Ahmed Attaf is attending on behalf of President Abdelmajid Tebboune with discussions focusing on strengthening the role of the Global South. Madagascar's new military ruler, Colonel Michael Randariarira, will be sworn in as a president in the coming days, two sources familiar with the matter said on Wednesday after a coup he led to oust President Andry Rajoelina. Kenyan opposition leader and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga died according to hospital and police sources. President William Ruto has declared 7 days of national mourning and announced that Odinga will receive the state funeral in recognition of his decades-long political legacy. In Cameroon, political tension is mounting 2 days after the presidential election, with several candidates claiming victory despite no official results being released. Government officials warned that the only constitutional council is authorized to announce results, dismissing early declarations as irresponsible. In Gabon, the Democratic Union of Builders, led by President Brice Oligui Nguema, won the second round of legislative elections, according to local media. 10 days of campaigning have begun in Ivory Coast ahead of the October 25th presidential election. President Alassane Ouattara, seeking a fourth term, is aiming for a first-round victory amid divided opposition. At the UN in New York, Algeria reiterates its full support for the United Nations process in Libya. Speaking on behalf of the A3+ group, Ambassador Ammar Ben Jama praises progress by the Presidential Council and the Government of National Unity, emphasizing the need for security reforms and disarmament of armed groups. Let's hear what he has to say.
أريد أيضا من الجانب السياسي أن أشيد بمجموعة 3 زائد والتقدم الملموس الذي أحرزه المجلس الرئاسي وحكومة الوحدة الوطنية، والذي توج باتفاق محوري أسهم في نزع فتيل التوتر في العاصمة. وينص هذا الاتفاق على تسوية مستحقات مالية هامة للمؤسسات الحكومية، كما يضع
Several African and Asian nations have renewed their support for the Sahrawi people's right to self-determination during UN Decolonization Committee discussions. European farmers have condemned the new EU-Morocco trade agreement that includes products from occupied Western Sahara, calling it a violation of international law. Advocacy groups say the deal ignores various ruling prohibitions, resourcing exploitation without the consent of the Sahrawi people. Algeria is hosting the 4th edition of the e-commerce and digital services expo at the Palais des Expositions in Algiers, running from October 15th to 18th with over 250 exhibitors. The event focuses on modernizing electronic payment networks and advancing digital trade across Africa. Algeria's Energy Minister Morad Adjal met with Mozambican President Daniel Chapo to advance bilateral cooperation projects. Talks focused on boosting partnerships in energy, transport, health, and youth development following President Chapo's recent visit to Algeria. Health authorities in Conakry report that nearly 5,000 people have died of cancer so far this year out of 6,000 detected cases in Guinea, underscoring the urgent need to strengthen national cancer control programs. Tunisia marks the 62nd years since the departure of French forces from the Bazert military base, a key symbol of the country's struggle for full independence and solidarity with Algeria's liberation movement. In sports, the Algerian national football team beat his Ugandan counterpart 2-1 on Tuesday in Tizi Ouzou in a match marking the final day of the World Cup 2026 qualifiers. The Algerian football team is to be received by President of the nation Abdelmajid Tebboune today to congratulate them on this victory and qualification to the upcoming World Cup. And that's all for now. Thank you for your attentive listening to the very end. Keep enjoying today's programs with the Ifriqiya FM.